one episode of All in the Family, which was a great experience that I guess Norman just wanted to hire us, or he
I don't know how.
How
I
he
don't
got
remember
onto us.
how we ended up there. But we had been doing the Dick Van Dyke Show, so maybe there was some link there, or maybe we've just forgotten. But we ended up in a meeting with Norman Lear, who was running the show. That was the only show. This was obviously before all those other Lear and Bud York and shows followed. And I remember we came in with all kinds of story outlines and all, and I guess there was one that he picked, and he sent us over to the farmers market. This is a TV city, and to just work on it and come back and repitch it, right?
Yeah. This is an interesting thing to me, because it has to do with what this particular episode was about, and it also has to do with our whole experience writing for Dick Van Dyke and then later. I think the thing that writers who work in situation comedy discover very early on, and every situation comedy writer you'll talk to is going to say this: the big problem is the story. That's where you really kill yourself, and coming up with a good story is in many ways harder than writing a script. I mean, once you know the characters and you've got the story worked out, that it's a matter of time and talent, and to write a decent script. But coming up with a story that really works and that everybody responds to and everybody on a show feels is going to be a really solid episode is a tough thing. And this story I can't count the number of stories we've done, but this one stands out because it worked really well, and it's easy to tell, and it was about Edith getting a hand-me-down mink coat from a cousin, and Archie just being outraged at the idea that she was going to take this mink coat because we don't take charity. Yeah. And so Archie insists that the mink coat goes back. Before it goes back, it gets stained and it goes to the cleaners. And when it's at the cleaners, it gets ruined, and there's insurance, and there's a big check. And Archie's whole attitude about taking charity changes totally when he's faced with the big check as opposed to Edith's mink. And that just felt so good to us. It just felt like such a wonderful, a wonderful meal to be able to sit down and eat. And that was a nice experience.